Hello there. Come on in. Grab your cup of tea. I've got mine here. And settle in for a little bit today for today's Heart to Heart after breast cancer. We're going to be talking today about how to best use your 30-day energy boosting self-care calendar. Now, if you've been in my circle for a little while, you know that I offer the gift of a 30-day self-care calendar. 30 different ways that you can practice self-care easily. Many of them are free, quickly, and without a problem. Now, here's the thing. And this is something that I've been guilty of, and I'm wondering if maybe you're the same. Let me know in the chat. And if you're on, say hi. Let me know where you're coming in from. Okay? So many times I have been reading an article and there's a link to click to get a free cheat sheet or a checklist or something that in that moment I really want and I think will be really helpful to me. And let me know in the chat, drop a me if you've ever done this, right? Like I said, I've done this, I don't know how many times. And I click that and I give out my email and I get the email and I don't even download it. I don't download it. I don't look at it. I don't print it. And I certainly do not put it to the use that it might deserve. Now, for those of you out there creating these lists, and I'm one of them, I know the work involved, and I'm so sorry for that. But that's also why I'm here today, making sure that this calendar is not one of those things for you because it's way too valuable. Okay, so I want to make sure that this self-care calendar is not sitting in your inbox, been printed out, gathering dust under a pile of papers. I want to make sure that you're actually using that. Why? If we haven't yet met, my name's Karen Del Maestro. I'm your health and transformation coach, a breast cancer, BRCA2 thriver, and I am the coach who doesn't just give you information. You've got enough of it. There's so much out there. Google, Pinterest, doctors, friends, family, right? Everybody's got information. Everybody's got opinions. But I am the coach who actually helps you take action. I'm the coach that helps you to implement what you are learning so that you can get your energy and your life back after breast cancer. Am I excluding anybody else? Absolutely not. If you feel that my message is resonating with you, then come on in. I'm never going to say no to anybody joining and starting to implement self-care. To me, it is the one thing that changes our life. So in case you missed it, come on in, say hi, let me know that you're on live. I love to see who's on and who I can have a chat with. And let me know, did you download this self-care calendar? And by the way, if you did not get your hands on this yet, wherever you're watching this video, either below it or above it, in the description will be a link so that you can snag the calendar now and start to put today's tips right into action. No gathering dust for you. No hanging out in your inbox. And no saying, I really should do more of that self-care thing, right? So I don't want that. I don't want you to be beating yourself up for not taking action. I don't want you to feel guilty about not doing something or putting pressure on yourself or anything like that, okay? So today I'm going to be sharing 3 ways for you to best use your energy boosting calendar. Okay, they're super simple. To be honest, I like simple, and I can tell you, like after my breast cancer diagnosis and treatment, I just and I was craving simplicity, right? I wanted a simple life. didn't want a lot of stuff around. I wanted my decisions to feel simple and easy. And everything that I teach is about that simplicity and that ease. About, I say I like to lighten the load that you're carrying, because I feel like life can feel heavy, right? It can feel really, really heavy. And so everything that I teach is about lightening the load that you carry. And the way that we do that and implement that is with self-care. Now you may be wondering how. Let me tell you a little story. A little story about my life, honestly, because this was how I really truly came to realize that self-care is the one thing for me that moves the dial. It's the thing that keeps me going. It's the thing that gives me energy. It's the thing that allows me to be here to show up for you guys. So my life, like yours, right? Like most of us, has not been straightforward. It hasn't been easy. Back in 2013, I went through a life-altering car accident, leaving me with 5 herniated discs. I've been through the loss of my mum, dad, and younger brother, my entire family unit. I've been with my husband, almost losing his right arm in a motorcycle accident. Moved 7 times in the past 8 years, been through Zika virus, shingles, breast cancer, and BRCA2, and also seen another family member go through traumatic brain injury and what that entails ongoing. And I don't say this for any other reason but for you to understand that my life is not simple either. My life is not easy, but it's self-care and daily self-care, 30 days of self-care, that keeps me going. That's why this is so important. Okay. So just now that you know the why, and it's the same for you. It's the same for you. When you're tired, go to self-care. When you're overwhelmed, go to self-care. When you're stressed, go to self-care. That's why I've got 30 different ways for you to look at it. Okay. So it starts by printing. Actually print it out. It doesn't need to be color. You can do it in black and white, whatever you want. It's 1 page. I intentionally made it 1 page for you guys. That's it. Okay. Or, now I'm a paper person, right? So actually I do a little bit of both. Or you can take a picture of it with your phone. Whatever works best for you. Whichever is going to help jog your memory that you have this available to you. I don't know about you, but I know that my memory is not what it used to be, right? Especially after breast cancer, especially it being in surgical menopause, right? It just isn't. I'm not judging, and I don't want you to judge either. It just isn't. So print it out or take a picture with your phone. Number 1, right? Taking action. Number 2 is, first thing every morning, I would invite you to ask yourself, what do I need today? I always, and I don't, right? I go to put my hand on my heart because I want to connect with myself. I'm asking my heart, I'm asking my inner soul, I'm asking my inner self, Karen, what do you need today? When was the last time you did that? Like, not what do you need to do? Be really clear here. This is not about checking things off your to-do list. We're not saying, what do you need to do today? We're saying, asking you, what do I need today? Okay. And then you're going to take a look at your calendar and you're going to find the thing that resonates most. You don't need to follow these as the 30 days. You can pick and choose as you need. And I invite you to do so because you know what? It needs to fit what you need at any given time. And what I have learned is that what I crave at different times, like sometimes I want to put music on and dance, right? A little bit of Earth, Wind and Fire, or even some ABBA or something. Yes, I'm dating myself, but I grew up in the disco era. And so if I want to feel happy and uplifted, I'm going to put music on and dance like nobody's watching, even if they are. I don't care. So what? Or maybe I need to sit. Maybe I need to calm down my anxiety and my nervous system and choose to just sit and take 5 mindful breaths. But tapping into what you need and having that awareness is huge when it comes to self-care. Absolutely huge. Okay. Let me know in the chat. Do you have a hard time asking yourself, what do I need? Or do you do it? Drop a hard time if it's difficult for you. Again, no judgment. We're not judging ourselves. We're just saying, maybe it's new. Maybe it's something you've never really tried before. That's okay. It's pretty exciting, right? And then lastly, the key is to schedule the time. Now, when you look at your calendar for the week or for the month, you've got probably doctor's appointments on there. You've got places you need to be. Maybe you've got dinner appointments with friends, whatever it is. Maybe you've got physical therapy, occupational therapy. But you've got your important appointments on your schedule, right? On your calendar. But what we often do not do is schedule our time for us, our self-care. And your calendar is a reflection of your priorities. Let me say that again. Your calendar is a reflection of your priorities. Because I think you'll agree what's on your calendar, you do. I live by my calendar. I don't know what I'd do without it. But I am on my calendar. My time for me is on my calendar. My lunch break is on my calendar. My walk time is on my calendar. My stretch time is on my calendar. Because I am as important, as are you, as any of those other things that you have scheduled, any of those other appointments. And so, and you may think it's silly, and I hear that, well, that's silly. I just need to remember to make time for me. Well, we don't remember. Again, I'm not judging, just from a place of observation. We don't remember. That's okay. But the question becomes, what can I do to support myself to make that happen? And so scheduling the time. I like to do it first thing in the morning, then it's done. Then we don't have to worry about it. And we were actually talking about this morning in this 5-day self-care tune-up that we're in the middle of right now, is scheduling time for you first thing in the morning. It's when we get to be most consistent. And so think about that, okay? And let me know in the chat if anything is coming up for you here as we're going through this. And I want to recap, right? The best way for you to use your self-care calendar, okay? Because I am the coach that helps you take action. I'm not the coach that wants you to just download things and forget that they're there and let them gather dust. No, I want to help you make changes in your life. I want to help transform you from survivorship mode into thrivership. And this is how we start doing it. It's that simple. Is by starting to practice self-care. So we do this by either printing or taking a picture of your 30-day self-care calendar. If you did not grab this yet, there is a link to it below and above. Get that right, Karen. Above or below where you're watching this video now. Okay, depending on where you're watching it, that there's a link to grab your 30-day energy boosting self-care calendar. Okay, so grab your calendar. This is what we're referring to today. This is what I'm talking about, how to get the best out of this calendar. It's not just a piece of paper to gather dust. Print it out. And if you print it, put it somewhere you're going to see it. Is it the bathroom mirror? Is it on the fridge? Is it on the back of a cupboard that you go into all the time to make your cup of tea or a cup of coffee? Where do you need it that you are going to see it? There is no shame in needing these visual reminders. Do the things that support you to get to where you want to go. Okay, yes, I have some silly ideas sometimes, but you know what? If they work, so what? So what? What's wrong with having a bit of fun and laughing in our life? Nothing as far as I'm concerned, right? So, number one, we're going to take a picture or we're going to print it out, whichever supports you best. Number two, every morning you're going to ask yourself, what do I need today? Tap into how you're feeling. Do you need uplifting and upbeat? Do you need something to make you feel more grounded, to help with your anxiety? What do you need? Look over the calendar, pick something out for whatever it is that's resonating with you that day. There's no right, there's no wrong. This is where you get to be uniquely you and tap into what you actually need. Pretty cool. And then third is to schedule the time actually in your calendar, right? Where we put the important things, where we put the important appointments. Schedule the time for you because you're important too. You matter. What you want matters. And taking better care of yourself with self-care matters, right? And if we want our energy back, we got to start giving some of that focus and energy to ourselves versus focusing on everybody else. Because how do you expect to get your energy back when you give every ounce of everything that you have to everybody else? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And trust me, I tried it. I tried it for decades. I tried it. Didn't work. This works. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. Pop any questions into the chat before we finish up. Do you have your self-care calendar? Make sure you have it. If you've got it and it's in your email somewhere and you don't know where it is, don't worry about it. Just click the link and get it again. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can download it as many times as you want. And Tammy's on right now, and Tammy's sharing that she's printed it, posted it on her bathroom door so that you see it every morning. And you're going to put it into a sleeve for protection. Fantastic, Tammy. I absolutely love it. Great. Amazing. Right? These little steps help so much. And I know it may seem simple. Doesn't matter if it's simple or not. If it works, that's what matters, right? If it works. And so it's finding the things that support you to take the action. That's all. And if it's these simple steps, it's these simple steps. And I love that, Tammy. Thank you for sharing that. And I think you're going to inspire others to do the same thing, right? Put it in a protective sleeve. Keep it, laminate it. Do whatever you want to do with it so that you do see it and you get to use it as much as possible. And you know what? Here's a little secret. You don't just have to use one of them in the day. Use as many as you want. I am dipping into my self-care toolbox multiple times a day, as often as I choose, and you get to do the same. That's why this calendar is so great. You're just like, what do I need? Little bit of that. Okay. Right? Maybe it's like calling a friend to say hi. Is that what's going to lift your spirits? The right friend, of course, right? Maybe it's something like setting your intention for the week. We're on a Monday. It's a great day to do that. What's your intention? I shared with you earlier, if you were on earlier listening, my intention in my life, like it's a big umbrella intention, is simplicity. I want simple. I want simple. I don't want complicated. Complicated feels heavy and overwhelming and stressful. I want simple. That's my intention in everything that I do. And if it isn't in alignment with being simple, I get to make a different choice. The same as you. The same as you. The only difference between you and I is the fact that I've been doing this for a long time. That's all. And you know what that means? That means that I get to shortcut these steps for you. I get to help you get there quicker because I've learned the hard lessons along the way, right? So start here, just like Tammy did, printing out the calendar, laminating it, putting it in a protective sleeve, and putting it, Tammy's got it on her bathroom door. Put it somewhere that you're going to see it because we need that reminder. And I'm a very visual person. So visuals, like I always, like the word simplicity isn't, you can't see it, but it's in front of me right now on my wall that's in front of me. To remind me of what my intention is. I need those reminders constantly. I don't care what other people think or say or do. If that's what helps me, then that's what I need. And I want you to feel confident in doing the same thing. Okay? So, again, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm Karen Del Maestro, and you can find us over in the Healthy Living After Breast Cancer Facebook community. If you want to continue the conversation, we are talking about self-care this week, and specifically, of course, how to use and get the most out of your self-care calendar. Okay? There's no point in it sitting in your inbox just gathering dust. Doesn't do anybody any good there. Okay? So thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you live Mondays at noon Eastern time. Put it on your schedule. Remember where the important things are. And I will catch you next Monday live. Bye for now.